Hey, what's going on? YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And guys, today we're going to break down Crimson Helm with the solo strategy against Bommal 90 on the hard Doom Tower. In this current rotation, people was telling me on Twitch, in my YouTube comments and also with my Discord server that she's not currently working the same as before. So I thought, let me climb in the Doom Tower, let's try it out, and just jumping to it, it does still work using the exact same stats that I used in the previous video. So without further ado, let's break it down. Okay, so I will also link my previous video if you want to go check that one out in more detail. But in this video, I'll also kind of briefly show you it. So the way to make it work is, this is for stage 90. I'll show you the stats for the other ones a little bit later on. But you want to use a regeneration kit and you want to use Immortal. The reason is, heals by 15% every single turn. This is really viable, keeps you above that threshold for you to stay alive. The Immortal also applies an extra 3% heal on top of the 15%, works really well. In terms of the speed that you will need for stage 90, is around 200 to 202 speed from what I've tested so far. There is a way to bring down that threshold, which I am going to show, which wasn't showcased in the previous video. So this is what I'm using. You want 70,000 plus HP at a minimal. Bear that in mind, guys. 65,000 HP just doesn't work on this rotation. I think I got lucky with it in the previous video because I had around 67,000 or so. But definitely I had to bump it up a little bit with glyphs. 70,000 plus worked completely fine. Around 3.5 plus K defense, kind of as a recommendation. The speed I've showcased here, and the rest does not matter. The only thing is, you do not want to prioritize accuracy, because if you're landing debuffs, you're going to get extra bombs on your Crimson Helm. In terms of the masteries, you got the offense tree and the support tree, and this is where I said the speeds could be changed. So if you're putting the Whirlwind of Death, increases speed by 6 for each enemy killed by this champion, stacks across each round in a battle up to 18 speed, okay? So if you're not running this mastery, you need to have the speed that I'm showcasing today, which was 200 to 202 speed on an average. 200 does work as well, but you could afford to drop it down by 18 speed to around 182, and it's going to work completely fine as long as you use the Whirlwind of Death. I'm not going to change all of my gear for the sake of this video. I thought I'd just let you know about this, alright? So if you're struggling to get to 70,000 HP, with the speed requirements that I'm using today, possibly use this mastery, drop it down to 182, and you'll be completely fine. And also another thing that you need to bear in mind is you need a speed lead champion of 24%. Ursula the Mourner, a really viable option because she increases speed in Doom Tower battles by 24%. So that's very important. If you do not have a 24% speed lead, all you have to do is just play with your speeds along with the speed lead that you're using. If you're using 19%, you're going to have to bump it up a little bit. Just kind of so you understand what I'm trying to say here. You can't just use any speed lead champion. Your speed is going to be based off your speed aura. Another mastery that was really important was... Let me just find my Crimson Helm again. Or is she green? There she is. Well, it's the Spirit Haste mastery here. And it increases speed by 8 for each dead ally and stacks up to 24. So what you want to do is have all of your allies die, right? So you get 24 speed, and then if you're running at 182, you're also going to get the 18 speed here. But I've already thrown it into the kit, so I don't need that mastery. This one really important. Speed aura, very important. Regeneration kit, really needed. And the Immortal kit keeps you above that threshold. If you're interested in the gear, I got HP, HP, and HP. All of this just trying to optimize the speed and the HP percent, alright? So let's dive into the run and see it working in action. Let's go. Okay, so what you want to do here is bring in someone that could potentially help you with the waves, but you do not want them to be tanky because you need everybody to die on wave 2, okay? So I'm using food champions with the Ursula the Mourner, Death Knight for the memes, Cold Heart to help with the AoE and the Heartseeker, and a Jumbo there just to kind of speed up the process. Crimson Helm can solo both the waves, but it just adds to the time to this tedious composition, which I hate, by the way. I cannot stand it. I'm only doing it for you guys. So let's get into the run. Let's see what's happening. So what you're aiming for here is you want everybody to die on wave 2 because you need to make full use of that Spirit Haste Mastery to get that 24 plus speed added to your Crimson Helm. The speed aura also really useful, and we already discussed that Whirlwind of Mastery if you are at 182 speed instead of the 201. And then when you get to this position here, you want to save all of your skill cooldowns and spam the A1. If you go in here without the skills on cooldown, you could be in a bit of a pickle. So let's just go to the boss now. Just about to close up the show, and there we go. So once you come up against Bommal, there's around 4 turns before you need to kind of take action. So what you want to do is, if you have 2 bombs on your Crimson Helm, apply the A3, but I'll show you that in a little bit. But for now, just use your A1 abilities. So this is turn number 3. And then right here is where you always want to look at the turn meter of the Dread Bombs and then apply the A2, which is the block damage one. So this A2 here, put it up. The Dread Bombs are going to explode. The rotation goes back into sync. Spam with the A1s. Always hold off on that A3 until the bombs kind of go onto your Crimson Helm. Not 1, but 2. Alright? So hopefully we can see that in action. But for now, keep spamming the A1 as long as you're getting weak hits from the bombs. There we go. Taking no damage. Alright, we got the weak hit there, which is what I was talking about, with her being the positive affinity. So let's just try to go to a bit where the bombs goes twice. Okay, so maybe here. There we go. So 2 bombs. This is where you want to apply that A3 with the revive on death. You could potentially tank it, but you are going to 100% see in this run that you need the revive on death on with the 2 bombs up. Always use it as a safety feature. The run is extremely long, almost like 20 minutes in some scenarios. The last thing you want is to kind of think, yes, I can do it, and then you die, you have to redo the run. Because it happened to me when there was like 5% HP, I got a bit ahead of myself, I had to do it again. But just follow the same cycle, guys. It is really tedious, I hate this strategy, but I understand that this is the only way that many players can complete this boss. Once again, put that revive on death up. We managed to tank it again, but it's not always going to happen, right? Because there's the burns, there's the extra hit, and there's the 2 bombs. But yeah, this is going to kind of follow the entirety of the time. So in this situation here is where you will die. There we go. And then carry on, follow the same cycle. Always tank the 1 bomb. If it's 1 bomb, do not use your A3. Your run could potentially mess up. Very important. The only time I'd say use it is if the 3% chance happens on the decreased attack of Crimson Helm and you end up getting that bomb on you on top of a single bomb. Then you could potentially die, right? But I'll let you guys watch the rest of the run. Stay tuned towards the end because I'm also going to show the stats that you need for the other difficulties. Hope you guys half enjoyed because I didn't. And then after 20 minutes of grinding and anxiety, stress and pain, you can kill off your Bommal, get your Sacred Shard, and keep it stepping. So this was the team, guys. It's still working the same as I used in the past rotation. All I had to do was up my HP above that 70,000 threshold. I may have just got good RNG in the previous video, but let's get into the stats of the other difficulties. Let's go. So this here on the right hand side is a post from Ophelia on Reddit, who was kind enough to kind of make an update on the new rotation, and these were all of the speeds that you require on your Crimson Helm for every single stage that you may be hitting. So screenshot it, do what you have to do, or visit the Reddit page in the description below and show some love to Ophelia on Reddit. So that is going to be all for the video, guys. I hope you kind of enjoyed it. I definitely did not, and I promised myself I would never do it again. So if we head down into like the other stages, I was using teams like this. Skytouch Shaman, really viable option when paired with a Duchess, but I'll save that video for another day. I only did this for you guys. I just... never again, I swear. I can't stand it, but yes, it's working as it was in the previous rotation, so all of that speculation is out of the window. And smash that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.